Hello everyone. In today's video, we will learn what is a reverse proxy and then we build a real example using Spring Boot and Caddy, one of the easiest web server to use. So without further ado, let's get started. From today's tutorial, you will learn why Caddy is perfect for Spring Boot app, automatic HTTPS with LED Encrypt, load balancing multiple Spring Boot instance, and complete deployment configuration. Okay, let's move to the next. First, we should know the definition of reverse proxy. What is a reverse proxy? A reverse proxy is a server that sits between client and backend server, forwarding client requests to appropriate backend server and returning response back to the client. As you can see this animation flow, first the client sends HTTP request to the server and request travel to the reverse proxy, and reverse proxy forward to the server. And next, server process the request and respond travel back through the reverse proxy, and reverse proxy return response to the client. And the client never know about the server directly. Let's move to the next. Why use a reverse proxy? We use reverse proxy for security reason. A reverse proxy acts as a shield between outside world and your backend server, and it hides the internal detail like IP address and help prevent direct attack. We use it as a centralized ASL or HTTPS ASL termination. Instead of setting up HTTPS on every app, you can let the reverse proxy handle all the SSL certificate. That means that one place manage encryption for multiple apps, and use it for load balancing. When you have multiple backend server, a reverse proxy can act as a traffic controller, spreading the load evenly so no single server gets overwhelmed. Next, reverse proxy cut frequent response and user get faster result without hitting the backend app every time. Okay, next, let's see the animation visualization. This animation will cover several important concepts of reverse proxy. For example, load distribution. Requests are spread across multiple backend servers, and fault tolerant. When a server fails, traffic is automatically redirected to healthy server. Let's try the single request. The request sent to backend through reverse proxy, so the client never know about the server directly. And when we try another single request, it will send to server 2, and another request is sent to server 3. So this is the load balancer, and we call it the round robin policy. Okay, next let's try multiple requests. Multiple requests being load balanced across different backend server. And another one, let's simulate high load. A reverse proxy distributes many concurrent requests to the backend server. And the last one, server failure simulation. Okay, when the server 2 is down, the reverse proxy will redirect traffic to the healthy server. Okay, now you know what is a reverse proxy. Now let's talk about what is Caddy and why we use Caddy as a reverse proxy. Okay, this is the official website of Caddy, and it says that Caddy is the ultimate server, and it makes your site more secure, more reliable, and more scalable than any other solution. Okay, now let's see why we use Caddy. We use Caddy for automatic HTTPS, zero config ASL certificate from LED Encrypt, and perfect for production Spring Boot app. Simple configuration, minimal Caddy file syntax, and auto reload. When configuration change, reload automatically without downtime. And next one, Caddy has a modern protocol enabled by default for better Spring Boot API performance. And it is Docker friendly and perfect for containerized Spring Boot application. Okay, now let's move to the next. Now let's see how to set up the Caddy. In this tutorial, we will use Docker Compose for quick and easy way. As you can see, this is the simple Docker Compose file to set up the Caddy. Okay, next one. Now let's see the basic setup of Caddy and Spring Boot. And this is the simple Caddy file to proxy the request to your Spring Boot application. Okay, you can replace example.com here with your real domain and localhost here with your real IP of the backend server. Actuator/health is the health check of the Spring Boot application. Okay, next let's see what Caddy does automatically. Caddy automatically handle SSL certificate, no manual configuration need. And it obtains SSL certificate from Encrypt, renew certificate before its expiration, and redirect HTTP to HTTPS. Okay. Now that's all for the definition. So let's write some code. Let's open IntelliJ. And in here is the hello world application. So it has one endpoint and return the hello world message. And this application you can clone from my GitHub account. And here Spring Boot Docker project, it is the starter example, so you can clone this example and get started. Okay, now let's run this application. Okay, the application start on port 8080, so let's go to Postman and localhost 8080/hello, so send. And it returns the message hello world, Spring Boot start on port 8080. Now we try to run the same application with another port. Okay. Okay, now the application start on port 8081. So let's test it. 8081. Okay, send. Okay, now the application is ready. Next step, we set up the Caddy. So let's open the documentation, go to doc and install Docker image, Docker Compose. Okay, to set up the Caddy, we need the compose file. Okay, let's copy this and create a new file from the root directory. File Docker Compose. Okay, let's copy the configuration. Okay, copy this in compose.yml file. Okay, we use the latest version, so we can remove this. And the side folder is used for host the static file, so we don't need in this example. And configuration folder here is where we write the Caddy file, so we need to create one folder, conf. Okay, new directory, conf, and we need to write the Caddy file, so we create one Caddy file. Caddy file. Okay. Now let's copy the configuration from our example. Okay, let's go back. Okay, copy this example. Okay, paste, and we replace this example with localhost. And it's okay now since our application run on port 80 and 81. So that's it. Let's start the Docker Compose. Okay, let's start Docker Compose. Docker Compose app-d. Okay, now the container is up, so let's go to Docker Desktop. And here the Caddy. Okay, connect to application, localhost connection diffuse. It's due to the Docker network, so we need to change the configuration. Okay, we need to change this to host.docker.internal. This is related to the Docker network, so we need to use this host rather than localhost. It's okay. Let's refresh. Docker. Okay, let's check the Docker desktop. It's working now, so let's go to Postman and get a request. https localhost hello. Okay, now the caddy is up, so we can access it through the reverse proxy and with the secure HTTPS protocol. And here you can see it run on port 8081, and when we click it will go to port 8080, and click another one, it will go to 8081. It is the load balancer to the backend server, and the policy is round robin. Okay, now let me show another example. We will Dockerize the Spring Boot application. Okay, now I have another Docker image, and this is the hello world image, and that we built from this project. And now let's copy this Docker image and go to Docker Compose and create a backend server. Okay, backend and image. Okay, hello world. And can put restart here. Okay, now let's change the caddy file using this endpoint. Okay, remove this and close the local application, and we will press the fully Dockerized Spring Boot and caddy file together. Okay, now let's run Docker Compose app. Okay, go to the Docker desktop, and now we have one backend service. Okay, run on port 80 and caddy reverse proxy. Okay, now let's test this endpoint with HTTPS protocol and fully Dockerized Spring Boot app. So let's send. Okay, return the same result. Okay, that's it for today's tutorial, and today you have learned set up Spring Boot with caddy reverse proxy. And if you think this video is helpful and want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.